everybody. Heather Boyd Wire here, Wire Lady TV every Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time, give or take a little bit of time to set up and stuff. So today we are doing a special live stream for Mirta, who requested, she had mentioned on a previous live stream or premiere about a face with numbers, and I had no idea what she was talking about. So she emailed me a kind of a clip art vector of, it's literally a silhouette of a head created with numbers, and I thought it was so cool. Hi Amber, how are you? And so I did some sketches. The one she sent me was kind of more like this one. Okay, it was similar to that, but it didn't have all the numbers. So I did a sketch of this one, which is very similar. It's reversed. So you've got the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6, the 7, the 8. So it just goes up to 8. I guess you could do a 9. Oh, you could just keep going and do all kinds of numbers, but we're going to start with that and see how it goes. And so I can see the chat, I'm going to flip the screen, bring you guys around, and we are going to troubleshoot that design. So let's bring the camera around. Let's hope it's at a good distance this time. You guys can let me know. I'm going to just pull you up on the computer so I can see you guys. It's very hot here, so I've got the window curtain open for now, but I will be, when I finish, I'm going to close the curtain because it's very, very hot. So here we go. So we're going to open up. You can kind of see that. Here's the sketches, so you can see the sketches. Make sure those are in a good... Hi Fatima, how are you? And just ate cornetto ice cream. That sounds yummy. Very good. Good day for ice cream, that's for sure. And hopefully Mirta will be here soon. I'm just going to check that I have all the wires that I want, because I'm going to try two methods. I'm going to try one with colored wires. So I have all the colored artistic wire, and I had bought the by the dozen wire in for the in the 20 gauge, but now I've misplaced it. I bought it to check the colors for you, Amber, and then I couldn't. I don't know where I put it now. Oh boy, I always get these things and misplace them. I'm just going to do a quick look in case I see it. I bet it's downstairs, but that's okay. I have lots of colored wire, so I'll just use some different wires. So I have artistic. I have the pink, and I have yellow. And this is how the by the dozen wire works, but this is the 22 gauge. So I have that, and that one I've already opened. And remember this multicolor wire? That stuff's really cool. I really like the multicolored wire. I'm just going to see what colors. I have a bunch of random wires here because it would be good to do all different colors. So I have green. I have another green. What else have I got? Another pink. I probably have some red here somewhere. I have brown. I wonder where I put that by the dozen wire. I bet it's in the basement, but that's okay. I'm just going to work with what I have right now. So I have that one. I'll try to do them all different colors if I have. I have another green. Oh, that's parawire. I don't like parawire so much because it's very soft. So it's definitely not my favorite wire. And yeah, I have a Christmas green too. So let's just start for fun to make some numbers, and then I'm gonna try the other idea I was having was to use plastic tubing, which I have here. So I'm also gonna try that. I hope that the camera is in a good position. So I'm going to check that out. If I have to lift it up again, I'm going to do that. We're gonna see. And hopefully Mirta will come on. She knows I'm doing a live, so it's just a matter of having her come here. So let's just do a bunch of separate numbers for fun, and it'll be like a puzzle. Okay, we're just gonna have fun with it. We're gonna do like a little puzzle, and then we'll go from there. So this, you could even work off the roll if you want. If you don't want to waste any wire, these rolls are small, so we can just work off the roll around here. And let me know if I'm staying on screen as well, because that's sometimes an issue. We're gonna move some of that stuff in here, and we're just gonna keep this one super simple. So we're gonna go like that, and then like whether we want to go past there or not, I think I won't go past there because that's gonna it's gonna make it look a little funny. So we can just clip this. Hi Corey, how are you? I really feel like I'm going to my hands are gonna go off the screen here. I'm gonna try to get my elbows in a position that if I keep them in that position, you guys should be able to see. So here's the 4. I should have like little elbow rests so I can always keep in the same position. That would be a good idea. If I have like a little elbow rest, and that way I can stay close to the screen and yet not go off the screen. So if that's like a 4, we could try that. And then the 6, we can get another color. I have some other colors in here. I thought I had some more blues, but I guess I don't have a lot of blues. Good, you're good, awesome. So here's some, let's just cut a bit of this. This isn't even artistic wire. I think this is some weird soft wire, but we're just gonna go with it so we can make all of the numbers. And this is not going to be a super long live stream. I'm just going to do this one method with the separate wires. Maybe I was thinking you can put it in resin or something to get it to stick. And then after that, I'll do the one with the tubing when Mirta gets here. So I'll find a source for the tubing. I think you can just get it on Etsy. I've seen it on Etsy for sure. So we've got that one, and then we're going to bring this one around here just to get it. This is just, you know how I like to do a little warm-up piece? So this is going to be my warm-up piece. So we've got the 6 here. So the 6 would go here, in here. There, perfect. And then we need the 8. So let's see what other colors we have. Let's just go with what we have here. Maybe here's some of the Christmas green. To make it easier, I'm just going to cut it off the roll to start. So we have this Christmas green, should go there, unless we use a different color in between, but I think this is all right. So if we want to do the figure 8, we can get, what I should do is get my looping pliers. Let me go grab the looping pliers. We're buffering a little bit too, so let me know how that goes. And I'll just go get the looping pliers. Okay. Oh, we're still buffering. Let me know what's happening, guys. Maybe I'll refresh my page and see what's going on here. I'm not sure why it's buffering. So we're going to try again. Oh, we're really buffering. Huh. Strange. Okay, Amber, I'm going to DM you. You're not having any buffering. So can you see me currently? Because my channel is, like, on my end, it's really buffering. Ah, we're back. Okay, sorry about that, guys. There was really buffering for some reason. So now I have my looping pliers. So let's go with that. There's also a delay. So that's an issue. But so let's do the 8. And you can see me just fine. Mystery. So if you're going to do like an infinity sign, let's just clip the end flush and take these looping pliers. What size is that going to be? Maybe this size, maybe this size. If we do here, maybe here, see if that's going to be, we can just check it. So if I think that's good because you don't want it too round, this infinity sign. I want it more kind of ovally. Well, I guess you would call it teardroppy. So we're going to bring this one around here and here. Let's check if it's going to be about, see now that's a little bit
a little bit wide, a little bit long. So we're going to move this one in a little bit more. And we might have to adjust this one too. So we can do that, and we can just cut it flush. So let's just bring that one in. I'm going to try to stay on camera here. Yeah, this one's, I should have, maybe if I had started with the end, it wouldn't have been so tricky. Oof, that's funny. We can adjust it, but let's just see if it's the right size. Yeah, that's pretty good. We can adjust that after. So let's just go ahead and clip this. I can't see long. Oh, it needs a new sensor. I'm not sure what that is. Well, good luck with that. There we go. That's always a worry. There we go. So now we're going to bring this one in, and didn't make a very good infinity sign. Sometimes when you try too hard, things just don't work out as well. But because I ended up like overworking this, and it got a little bit crooked, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. But this is, the idea is to make kind of a infinity sign 8, and that would go here. Okay, so we've got that. And then we need a 5, but it looks more like a backwards 5. So let's get some, we could get this one for that. And we are going to cut, it's easier to work just cutting it off the roll. Okay, so this works well. If I can just keep this in the right position, then my hand should be okay. So now we're going to make the 5 here and here. Let's make it, it's about this right size, I think. Here. And I haven't quite decided how I'm going to put all these together, but we're going to see. And then again, let's go with maybe this section of the looping pliers. We're going to see if it's the right section. Okay, so we're going to adjust this and see if that works well. So here's the 5, but it would be backwards. Okay, so it would be backwards. No, this way. There we go. No, I think that's all right. So let's just do that. And we can give it a little clip. Mirta! Your phone refused to work. Oh, that's too bad. And mine was buffering. I'm not sure why. So here, we're going to bring the 5 in here. It's pretty good. And then we need the 7. So let's do the 7. I also have this yellow, it's called not, yellow brass it's called. Okay, so let's use the yellow brass for the nose. Okay, so Mirta, we're just starting with a warm up, and then I'm actually going to do another one with tubing that it's all going to be attached. So we're just playing with this right now. We're just playing around with it. So this would be the 7 here. Okay. Actually, maybe it should be a little bit longer. Let's start with this way. So we're going to start here. Okay, start here and then up a bit. Yeah, it probably could have been longer. Let's try that. So if we do this, could be the 7. It's hard to place them for sure. It's okay. And then the 3. The 3 will be the lips. So how about we get red or pink? I've already done pink. I don't even know if I have a red 20 gauge. If I do, probably a scrap. This is red. Okay, let's use this. Okay, so for the 3, I'm just going to use these regular black pliers. Also round nose pliers, and we don't want it too big. Okay, so we're going to bend this one back. We don't need that scrap there. And bend that back. And I'm writing from my old tablet. That's too bad. Technology always throws us curveballs. Okay, so here's we don't need this very big actually. So let's try to do the 3 a little bit small. Okay. I might have to trim the other ones. We're gonna cut that. And I'll figure out a way how to attach them after. But this is, like I said, this is just playing around with it, having fun with it. Here's the 3. Let's trim it a bit. Okay, so this would be the lips. Oh, it's not going to sit very well. So what we'll have to do for that is we're going to get this one, and there we go. Squish it down so it's more flat. Let's try this again. And squish it down. Okay. Perfect. So let's see if that's going to fit. So now we've got, that's pretty good. So that's, oh, this is really cute. And then the chin is going to be a 2. So we have this olive green, which is an okay color. It's not my favorite, but it's okay. So we're going to take that, cut a little piece, and do a 2. So we're going to bring this one around. That'll be like the chin, I guess. So let's just double check. That's probably pretty good. Maybe we'll make it more of a curve. Okay, and then we can always adjust it after. Love the number 4. Thank you. Yeah, it's definitely a challenge, Corey. I love a challenge. So Mirta had this amazing idea. I don't even know where you found this, Mirta, that the number face. I thought it was so cool. I really love it. It's a great idea. It's definitely unique. And I'm looking forward to trying it with the color tubing. So we'll start with this just to warm up a bit. Okay, and then so that'll come down here, and then we're going to clip it about there. Okay, so let's do that. So what have we got? We've got that. Okay, here. And then we're going to see how it actually looks. So now for the 1, I don't need to do that little dip. I could just do a straight line. So let's get a piece of the brown. I really like this wire. This is brown. Marron Café. Cool. No wonder I like this color. It's coffee color. Okay, so let's just cut a simple line. We don't have to make this difficult. And how much? We could trim a little more on if I want. So let's just do this. So that's just going to go here, a 1. There, so that's stylized. Could be maybe a teeny bit thinner. Okay, so let's see. Maybe I'll get some tape or something just to hold it down. I gotta sneeze. Oh, hang on. Excuse me. Whoa. Okay, that's the AC. It's blowing right on me, no wonder. Let's move it over. Okay, so now let us get some tape. I don't know how well this is gonna work. Get some tape. I'm going to just fold the ends a bit here. This is just going to be temporary. I'm going to fold the ends a little bit here and here. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm just folding the ends. Okay, thank you. Cool face, thank you. Bless me. Yeah, that was a sneeze. Okay, so now let us move this stuff over, put this tape on top, get another couple of little pieces of tape to hold it down. So we're going to get this one here, and then this one. I have to cut it a little bit. This one here. There, perfect. So let's try to put our numbers on there. And like I said, maybe you could do this with resin. I'm sure there's different ways you can do this. So we'll start with We will start at the top. So we'll do the 8. It's like a puzzle. My sister would like this. She loves puzzles. There we go. Is she here today? Not yet. I don't know if she's working today. So there we go. So we've got this here. So that's the 8, the 6, and then the 4. Just going to straighten out the bottom of that 4 a little bit. Maybe just trim a wee little teeny little wee bit off the end. 8 is a beautiful ribbon. Yeah, it looks like a ribbon a little bit. Okay, so let's bring the 4 in a little bit more. We just want it to be really straight. Bring that end down. Try to straighten that out nice. There we go. Trying to make it as crisp as possible. Bend it up a little bit more. I mean, you can. I kind of wish I had made it like longer there. I kind of liked it more elongated, but Mirta said she liked it. So if you want to do that, you can kind of like, I don't want to ruin it, but you can kind of bring it down and across a little bit to make that part longer if you want. There we go. Yeah, you could definitely make this part a little longer. I didn't want to cross over it because it looks like he's got like a little nick in his neck. So let's just try to get that lined up. It's definitely a little finicky, but that's pretty good. So we're going to get that one here. And you could probably, from here, those ones don't grab it very well. Where did I put my round ones? Here we go. We can try to, yeah, do a little adjustments that you need. Okay, so there's that. And then let's go over to this side and do the 5. So don't drink too many cups of coffee before doing this because if your hands might be shaky. So we're going to bring this one around and up a little. There. Oops, this did something weird. Bring that one down a little bit. No, I have to fix this a bit. Okay, so this one. Let's see if that's in the right position. Here. This one I think was a little bit more, yeah, not so round, I think, this one. Looks like the eye is a little bit more like ovally, which I didn't notice until I tried to attach it. Looks like this part is a little more ovally. So we're going to try that. Okay. So we're going to put this one here. That's better. Looks more like an eye. Okay. So we're going to just move it up a little bit. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Okay. So there we go. So there's that. Now the nose. Make sure it's in a good size, good position. Again, we could have made it a little bit longer, but I just want to follow the sketch. Okay, so we're going to bring this one out here. There. Okay. There. Nice. And then the 3. Now the 3 might be a little hard because I did a fold over, so it's not sitting super flat. That's the issue. But let's try to squish it again with these nylon jaw pliers. So let's just try to really... Oh, and I got a cool new gadget, guys. Look out for Tip Tuesday next week because I got the coolest gadget. Your mind is going to be blown. So I will be doing that on Tuesday. And... for Tip Tuesday. So now let's do the lips. Okay, so we're going to bring those in here. And it's a little bit awkward because it's, like I said, there's fold over. There's fold over on the lips, so it might not sit perfectly. So there's the lips, and then the chin. Looks like it's going to be a little bit lower than predicted, but this should be all right. This might have to be a little bit longer, I think. We're going to see. Or maybe not, because if this part's lower, it might not be. So let's just stick this here and get that on there. Yeah, that's not too bad. Okay. But we could also like bring that one up a bit if we wanted to have it not so witchy poo. So we're going to do that. And we're going to get this one on here. The neck part could have been a little longer, but I think it's all right. I mean, we could also adjust that a bit. So let me just fix that. I mean, it could be, doesn't have to be exactly the shape of the number. We're just doing it more or less. So you could definitely bring this one down a bit, twist that one over a bit. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. And then the one. Okay. This might be easier to do with tweezers, or if I actually use my pliers to hold it. So I'm going to move this over a little bit. This one, maybe bring it in a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to move this around. Okay, and I'd be a terrible watchmaker. This is way too much precision. Okay, so there we go. Okay, there and that. Good. So pretty good. Got the idea. This could have been a little bit longer, but I can just push that one over a bit to match it up. Yeah, I could definitely, or I could just move the whole thing over a little bit. That's what I'm going to do. I'll just move the whole thing over a little bit. It's really sticking, so that's the issue. So there's the face, guys. How's that look? And then now, incredible. Thank you. Yes, with the different colors. So let's remove this and take it away from the sketch, and then you'll be able to see it. And I will have to find a way to actually stick it permanently. I think resin could be cool. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. I'm gonna just try to remove this without destroying it. Okay, so there we go. Let's remove this. There. So we're gonna do drum roll, please. Ba-doo. Cool. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Mirta, for the great idea. It's super cool. Very, very funky. And then now I'm going to try it with the tubing. So that should be interesting. Let's bring it up closer so you guys can see it. There we go. There we go. So there we go. Can you see it? There's going to be a delay. So that's the problem with this. There's going to be a little bit of delay, but you should be able to see it. And it's coming that way, maybe. Cool. Yeah, I'm going off the screen, I think. Go that way. There's like a 10-second delay. That's it. Perfect. So that's it. So let's try the one with the tubing. Thanks, guys. Hi, Lindsay. Thank you. So let's go for our next attempt, which is going to be with the 20 gauge wire and the tubing. So let me do that. I'm going to grab that stuff. I'm going to grab a sip of water and make sure it's on the camera. And let's get some colors. So this is the tubing I have. I actually bought this years ago in Amsterdam, all this tubing. So I'm going to pull some out and use some of this. You can buy it on Etsy and stuff too. You can buy colored tubing. So here's a bunch here. I'm going to just grab a bunch of pieces. I have some red. Here's red. And then I have yellow, pink, purple. I'll use the ones that I bought before because some of the other ones, the newer ones, are a little thicker. So we're just going to use these ones. So I have, make sure I have enough colors. So I have pink, purple. Okay, remove that. We're going to remove this too. We're going to put this here. So we have pink purple. I have black. Use black. There we go. Let's get some black. I'll just get a bunch of these. Black. And what other colors do I have? I used to have green, but I don't know if I have any thin green anymore. Did I have yellow? Yellow. Okay, here's some yellow. And because I have green, this one that I bought on Etsy, but it's a little bit thick. So I'm going to remove that and see what other colors I have in here. Oh, I have my, that's something different. I'm going to put that over there. Maybe I didn't bring all my tubing upstairs, but let's see what I have in here. Oh, I have blue. Okay, let's do blue. Love it. Thank you. So now, blue, orange. I have orange. There we go. And oh, I have all the colors, I think. I have some brown and some orange. So let me get those. Oh, and this is like a dark blue. That's cool. Oh, it's really sticky. I don't know why. Okay, we got that. And we have some orange and yellow. I used to make like carrots with the orange. Unfortunately, this older tubing, I've noticed that with time it kind of fades. So that's unfortunate. Like my mom has earrings that I made her years ago, and unfortunately some of the colors have faded. But just for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to do that. So what I'm going to do now is I don't want to put anything over top of this because I haven't quite decided how I'm going to hold them together. I think resin is a good bet, but I'm not 100% sure about that. So let me put this at the side. I'm just going to put it on top of my iPad so I can see it. And now let's go back to these guys. I really do like this design. I'm going to stick with this design and use the tubing. So what I have to do though is double check that it's going to fit on 20 gauge wire, and if it doesn't, I have 22. So let's see if that is going to fit. So I'll cut a piece, and actually I'm not going to cut it yet. I'm just going to trim this, and there's some the skinnier wires that might or might not fit. So let's just double check. Oh yeah, I think they're going to fit. Just double check. It's always a good idea to check before we start. I think these are going to fit. Try the yellow. Yep, yeah, they're good. Okay, so let's remove those and cut a piece of wire. So how much are we going to need? There's eight, and they're going to be at least an inch each, at least an inch. So maybe we'll do like 15 inches or something. I could even do more to be sure. Okay, so if I cut, let's get the ruler so you guys will know. Not that I don't know if many people are going to want to actually make this, but you never know. Would you guys want to make something like this? Or do you just want to see if I can figure it out? Because, I mean, someone might want to make it. So let's just cut. How much? And where do I want to start? I haven't quite decided yet. Let's cut. I really don't want to cut not enough, but let's cut. If there's 8 numbers, let's cut 16 inches. So that gives us a good 2 inches each, which is way too much. So we should be fine with this. Okay, now we could start at the top again. Oh yeah, this is actually going to be tricky because it goes like that and that. Let me just think. Yeah, maybe we'll start at the top and hook it into that end. That might be better. So in that case, wait, let me just think. Okay. And then we would just end it and then go down there. That might be a better bet, because otherwise we're going to have to go one way and then the other way. Okay, let me just think. I don't think the colors really matter. So I'm just gonna play with this for a sec. So we're gonna go like that and like that. If we did that and that, they kind of end in the middle, but then we would have to, let me just think. Or they go that way and they end there. Okay, I thought this one would be easier. My bad. Okay, so we're gonna do this, and then I think we're just gonna go behind with the wire. So let's just try to figure this out. I'm gonna bring this one around, maybe cut it a little bit smaller. Your magic first. Well, let's see if it's actually gonna work, but at least you guys learn from my mistakes, so that's a good thing. So now, to do the, I'm not gonna leave too much on one end because I really think we're going to, we're gonna go, go down that way, and then that way, and then that way, and then that way, and down to the bottom. No, I think I'm gonna try just to finish it near the top. And then we're gonna try something like this. So we're gonna just try this. I'm not even using the pliers for this yet. I'm just gonna try to bring this one around and see how it's going to, yeah, so we can maybe make these a little more curved. Which pliers? Lindsay, I instantly saw this as a UV, yes, definitely resin I think is the way to go. Otherwise, it's not going to, I definitely don't want to keep the tape on it, but I think as a resin piece, I think it could be really, really cool. I don't have any UV resin. I bought some regular resin, but I remember Mustafa used to talk to me about UV resin. You need a little like light curing thing, I think, for that. I could get that. I could get some on Amazon, I guess. I always hesitate because I never know what's a good brand. But Lindsay, if you know a good brand for that type of thing, let me know, or a good product. Okay, so now this would be at the top. So what I'm thinking is just to, I guess, finish it in the middle. This can come to the back, and one I think has to come to the back and one to the front. And we're going to bring this one around here. So if we bring this one around here, okay, and then we want to work our way down with the 5. So I think probably, what if we just do this, and it's going to cause a little bit of like a little thing in the middle, but I think it'll be discreet. So let's just go ahead and clip that. We just really secured it in the middle. I bet you guys can make this one, Mirta. It's just knowing how to do it, right? It's just once you've figured out the design, then it shouldn't be too bad. So now we need the 5. So let's do a contrasting color. We could do maybe the orange. So there we go. There we go. We got to bring that one down and around. So hopefully, like knowing, I should have measured that one maybe. So let's just see, this one is going to be the 5. Let's measure about an inch for the number 5. And if it's not good, so that's probably good to know. So Amber, if you wouldn't mind to take notes that the 5 is an inch. I forget how much, I should have measured the 8. That's unfortunate, but I'm thinking it was a little more than, it was definitely more than an inch, the 8. It was probably, yeah, I don't know how much. So if we do this one here, okay, it's gonna be down here, and then it goes to like that part of the 8. So what if we just give it a little bit of a jog, just a teeny little jog here. And then also another teeny little jog, but really teeny here. Okay, just so it sits below the 8 a bit, okay? And then we want to bend it down. this is definitely much trickier than the other one, I would say. Okay, so now we're going to bring this down to form the 5, and then hopefully it's going to be the right size, out, and then around. And remember, we don't want it too circular for the 5, because we do want it to look a little bit like an eye. So, you know, it's could have maybe made it a little bit bigger, but also I think it's all right. So now it's going to bring this one up a bit more to make it a little more curved, and then down. So this will be the nose. Okay, we're going to push it there. So we've got that, and now the nose. Now how big for the nose? Let's check it. Let's actually measure it this time. Okay, so let's take some purple and measure there and across. So that looks like it is 3/4 of an inch. Purple is 3/4 of an inch. There, perfect. Yeah, because the lengths are pretty important for the tubing, that's for sure. Okay, so 3/4 of an inch, and look, they're all staying together. Whee! I don't have to worry about them flying all over the table. Okay, perfect. So now we have it's going to be the nose there, and we get it to about, well, we'll figure this out. So now we're going to bend it. We want the length to be bigger than that part. So that goes, and we might, this might end up being bigger than the sample, but so that's pretty good. I think 3/4 of an inch was pretty good for that. So now the question is, we have to get it like to do this type of thing with the lips. So I think what we're going to have to do is bend it back on itself. Okay, we're going to bend it back on itself here. Okay, so that's what we've got so far. We have the 8, the 5, the 7, and now we need the lips. So let's just bring it down on an angle. Okay, a little bit down, and then looks like we're going to bend it back on itself here. This is a little kind of extra step. We could probably get away with not doing this, but let's just do it. Okay, and I went off the camera. Okay, switch to my phone, so you're all coming to the vet with me. Woo, woo, there we go. Perfect, we're going to the vet. So now we are going to measure this. Now this one, I don't know if I want to bend it back on itself or not. I haven't decided that. I haven't been to the vet in years. I went to the vet when we had a bunny, but it was many moons ago. Yeah, we used to have to go every week because she had crooked teeth. She had to get her teeth trimmed. So now let's just try 5/8 of an inch. I don't want this to be too big either. I'm gonna just try for an inch total. I was gonna do 5/8 plus, like 5/8 times 5/8, which is 1 1/4, but I'm gonna try for the 1 inch. So I don't want to, you know, when you start like writing a word and first letters are small and then they get bigger. I don't want that to happen. So we're gonna see what we can do. It looks flawless. Cool. Yeah, the first one was little individual pieces, and then this one is one continuous wire with the tubing on top. So we're going to see. So this part, I just folded it back on itself so the end could be in a different position. We're going to do that. Okay, so now we want to curve it around to make the lips. So the question is, are we going to be able to do that? We're going to try that. So now we're going to take this, bring it around. It's going to be a little hard to access, so let's use our smaller pliers for that. These are the precision round nose pliers that I love. Amber found these for me on Amazon because I bought mine in Montreal 35 years ago and I didn't know how to find them online, so Amber found them on Amazon. Okay, so there's half of the 3, and I guess I'll bend it back on itself to do the, I guess the upper lip isn't. So what I guess since I cut it a half an inch, an inch, we should probably measure the half-inch spot here. So it's more or less even, more or less. And then we're gonna bend it underneath here, okay? Am I still on camera? Yeah. So we're gonna bend it underneath itself and then around. Ah, they're cute. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, so there's our funky little lips. Aren't those fun? I love that. Okay, so then now we need the 2. So we can bring it, maybe we'll do the same thing where we kind of go under and then around. Otherwise, I feel like this is going to be too in there. So let's try that. If we bend this to the back, okay, there we go. And single wire faces, aviator glasses. Yeah, I guess they could look like glasses, eh? I think it's supposed to be the hair. At least I think so. I was assuming this was the eye and that was the hair. Okay, so there is, we've got so far, and now we need the 2. So do you think an inch is going to work for the 2 as well? We're going to see. Okay, so we can try with the yellow, I guess. Oof, I don't even like that yellow. Let's just try maybe the pink. Let's do the pink. Okay, so if we try an inch, it might be a little bit much. Let's just cut an inch and we're going to see. Okay, 2. Let me know if it's hot where you guys are. We are having a heat wave right now. It's about 30 degrees and humid. So now let's just see if that's going to work for like about 2 inches, or if it's enough. Maybe we need more or less. I think an inch is fine. Now the question is, do we have to do another little secret bend? Number art. Yeah, lips are the 3, exactly. Yeah, this is number art. This is, Mirta sent me a picture of a face with numbers, and that's why we're doing this live stream, because I'd never heard of it before. Mirta sent me a really cool picture, like a vector, like a clip art thing. So I'm gonna do the same thing I did here for the 2. So what I'm gonna do is, yeah, I'd never seen this before. I think it's brilliant. I love the idea. It would be great for a math nerd or something. So we're gonna bring this one here, and then we're gonna bend it back like we did previously. So let's just bend it back here, squish it in a little bit, and there we go. Perfect. So we're gonna push that one down, and now we're gonna do the 2. Okay, so how do we bring that around? We're gonna use the 8 is great. Thank you. Yeah, we started with the 8 because I needed somewhere to start, and I thought often I'll start things at the top. Okay, so this is gonna be like the chin, right? So here's gonna be the 2 here. I could have maybe made the 8 smaller, but I think it's a good size. Okay, so here's the 2. So far we've been using 1 inch, I think, for all of these. Set the 5. Did we use an inch for the 5? And we used, I forget. Anyways, I'll check the notes after. So there we go. Perfect. So we're going to bring this one down for the 2. Hopefully, oh my gosh, it's so fun. So here's the 2 here, and then we're going to go across and just do the 1. So the 1 is the easiest one, of course. I guess I could have made the 2 even longer, but that's all right. I like it like this. So now for the 1, let's use, we could use the yellow at the bottom. Let's just use the yellow at the bottom because it's a pretty blah number. Okay, so now we're gonna cut. Let's figure this out. I'm glad we're measuring these. So this is gonna be about ½ an inch, okay, for the bottom. There we go. Perfect. Yay. It's Ottawa here. Oh my God, that is hilarious. I'm stealing that. If I go through Ottawa and it's hot, I'm definitely going to use that. I'll tell my comic people. They will. I have a lot of comic people that are in Ottawa. They would love that. It's Ottawa. I'm gonna tell Mimi. She's gonna love that. Actually, I'll tell my dad. I call my parents every night because my dad has some pretty advanced Alzheimer's now, but he's in great spirits, and I talk to him every night and try to reference Ottawa where we grew up. And he was a traffic engineer in Ottawa, and so I often talk about old things from his work and stuff like that. But he's gonna laugh. I'm gonna get a belly laugh out of him. That's awesome. Ottawa. Oh my goodness. Okay, so number 4 is going to be a different color, and I have another shade of purple here, sort of a gray purple. So let's try that one. Sharon! Number 1 is serif. It could look like the neck. It's a serif. Yeah, the original picture, the one was here on the original picture. It went down and up. And yeah, I did try it with a little, I think it is a serif, that little thing. I just removed it. I just thought it'd be easier. But yeah, there we go. So now let's do the 4. So we're going to measure it. 4 is pretty easy. And then down here. Okay, and then across here. So this is going to be longer than 1 inch. Yeah, so let's measure that one. Perfect. Connie, nice. Everybody's hopping on. Okay, so now we have, oh yeah, the number 4 is going to be about 1 inch and 3/8, it looks like. So 1 inch and 3/8. Let's cut that. Maybe even 1.5 inches, but we're going to try the 1 inch and 3/8. Stop cleaning, and now I'm grabbing wire. Yay, awesome. Yeah, try to make this one. I'd love to see what you create. I guess you could do it with beads too. That would be cool. Instead, if you don't have these, maybe you could do beads, although beads would be a little more complicated. Okay, so here's the 4. So we're going to stick this one here and bend it about here. Make sure it's in the right spot. Yeah, we're almost there, guys. So the 4, oh, I should probably bend it to the back. This is going to be a little, I think I cut it a little too long. What did I say? 1 inch and did I say 1 inch and 3/8, right? It might work. Let's see. I'm glad I didn't cut 1.5 inches. There is a hack to cutting off extra tubing. You just have to be really careful. So we're going to bring this one across here, maybe. You really want to make that corner sharp if you can. It's a little harder with the tubing to make it sharp. And this one, we can maybe bring this one down a little bit. That way we won't have to trim it. Because there is a way to trim the tubing. It's just you have to be really careful. So let's try to get away with not doing that. Yeah, because the way to, if you want to trim tubing, I'll show you. I'm going to just show you on another piece. So say we have our tube on here. We're just going to cut some. Okay. We're just going to, there's a few ways to do it. One way is I get an X-Acto knife and I just cut gently and then I slice it off. So that works well because it won't cut the wire. But otherwise you have to take this and just like you pinch it, but you make sure you're not pinching through the wire. That's the trick. You're like cutting the tube, but you're also like feeling as you go to make sure you don't go too far on the wire. And then you just like, whoops, see, that's hard. It's awkward with that little piece. Let me try it again. You have to really hold the end so it doesn't, so you have to like hold that end. Make sure you cut it around enough times without cutting the wire. This is a particularly skinny tubing, so it's harder. And then you just like push it up. So that's one way, but you see it's a little bit scraggly, but you can also use an X-Acto knife to get the extra wire off. So that's not a problem. Spiral wire. The coil, that would be a good idea. You do this instead of tubing, you do that with coil. That's a really good idea. Okay, so there's that. And now you could either like twist it around to secure it, but we're just gonna use a stiff enough wire that it's going to be secure. And let us bring this one up. So straight up, give it a good little push. Okay, so there's our 4. So then from there, we're just gonna need the 6. And we're gonna have to figure out how to attach it because that's gonna be a little tricky. So let's get another color we haven't used. We have used almost all these colors. We use orange. We didn't use the brown. We can use the brown. Let me just see the brown versus the dark blue. I'm not loving that dark blue. Do we use everything else? I think we used everything else. I don't have green, but the green I have is too... Oh, look at that. I have a little piece of green, but it's not long enough. But that would have been a good green, I think. Let me just check. Where'd it go? There we go. Oh no, I have 2. Some of these we have pre-cut to do different designs with. So I do have the green, which would have been good, but it's not long enough. I don't know if Mark has any of that tubing anymore. I use that because I have a design with a flower pot that I used to use that green for, and I used it all up, so I don't have any of that green left from Amsterdam. So I have the thicker green. So another time maybe I would use the green for a different area and then use a longer piece for that. So let's save the green for another time. And let's measure the 6. Yeah. So yeah, green. If I had the nice green, I would definitely use the green, but I used it all up for my flower pots. I do have a tutorial actually for that design. It's like it's a flower in a frame as a brooch with little ladybug pins, beads, sorry. Okay, so we're gonna just try this. We're gonna measure this brown one, okay, and let's see what it is. It is, ooh, we're like up to 2 inches. Okay, so let's try the 2 inches for the brown tubing. We're gonna keep all those tubes together in case I make another one. Now, the question is, best way to do this. So best way to do this is we're going to have to start that wire here. So we're gonna have to bend this one down. Okay, we're gonna bend that down on an angle. And just do this first, see? And then the idea would be we're gonna start here and bring it around, okay? So we need to get that wire over here, okay? And then we're gonna bend it that way. So about here, I guess, at an angle. And let's see if that's, I can adjust that angle if it's not right. So now we're gonna stick making sure I'm staying on the screen. I probably should have been more over here. And also I think my camera's a little low this time. So next time I'll do it not so low. So there we wanna make that for that, but is it too far over that way? Maybe, but we can probably adjust that. So we just bend it up and out maybe. If it's too far over, we're gonna see. So now we're gonna bring this one here and bring it around. Okay, get on screen. Get some round pliers. And I might have to trim the wire again too. We're gonna see. It might be a little bit long. So we wanted to try to make a nice circle with that and around here. So let's see if it's a good size. That's cool. I mean, definitely the design works. So whether it's right length or not, and bring that one around. And then to there. So I think it maybe has to come up a little bit more. We're going to see. Bring that one around and around. Just being a little bit fussy about it. But so if this goes here, around to here, this ended up being a little see, this ended up being a little higher just because of the nature of how I made these. So maybe we'll be able to like squish these down a little bit. We're gonna see and squish that one down a little bit. You could definitely adjust these. It's pretty good. It's almost perfect. It's got a funny little chin, but I like that. Okay, we're gonna bring this one in here. Okay, around here. Yeah, this would be a great gift for a math person or even an engineer. We'll give it to my dad. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now to attach it here, we're just going to bend this down here and clip a little bit and bring it in here. And then we're going to finish it here and about that spot. So we're going to take this, bring it, and trim it flush. Okay, so there's that. And now we just have to do any little last minute adjustments. So we can remove that. Oh, well, let's compare it first. We'll compare it first. We're gonna just give that a little pinch to pinch it in place. So that's the back. So you see we have these little back tracks just in those few areas just to get the thing positioned right. And this one we can adjust a little bit. So now we're gonna put it back on the template. And I will put these templates in my Etsy DIY shop. I just have to draw them more properly because right now they're a little wonky. But yeah, so the eye could have been maybe a little bit lower too, but it's okay. We can maybe even adjust this to make the forehead a little higher. I mean, there's lots of little adjustments that you can do. But that's that, guys. So there's the one with the tubing and then the one with the face. So let me know which is your favorite one. I'm going to put these here. I'll put a better photo in the community section of my channel and in the Wire Makers Club so you guys can see it. Let's make sure that it's under the camera. Wicked cool. Thank you. It was so fun to make. And thank you, Mirta, so much for asking for this design. I'm not sure if I'm under the camera here. It's getting cut off a little bit. There's a delay. So it's really hard for me to get this in the right position. There we go. Can you see it? Yeah, so let me know which is your favorite. And I'll put pictures in the community section and in the Wire Makers Club. Yeah, thanks, Mirta. That's awesome. Great idea. So let me flip the screen and say goodbye. And then we will see you guys. I have a new tutorial coming out Saturday and a really cool Tip Tuesday coming out next week. So that's it. And perfect. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the live stream. Thanks for your great feedback and everything. Can't really see your comments now, but I appreciate everybody's comments and feedback. Thank you so much, Amber, for all your help moderating the chat and for also doing the timestamps. We'll have this timestamps under the video in the next little while. I really appreciate that. And also thanks, Amber, for all your help with the 10-day earring making challenge. I'll link that up below as well. That was so much fun. I'm just finishing up the second edition of the ebook, earrings, wire earrings to make and sell. So I'll put the link for that as well. And anytime you get templates in my Etsy DIY shop, be sure to use the coupon code SAVE25. So that's capital SAVE25 to save 25% when you buy 5 or more templates. So thank you guys so much for your great support. Thanks, Mirta, for the amazing idea for the number faces. And if you guys have questions or like
requests for the live streams, let me know, because I do different things every week and I love troubleshooting new ideas and new designs. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys the next time. Bye.